Welcome into 5 on your sideline. I am Corey Miller, and this is it. The last basketball games in the area this season. Ooh. Teams that win tonight advance to the state Final Four in Columbia.
That's right, Corey. I'm Annie Kroll, and the pressure was on tonight for our local girls hoops teams. Either you're going to state or your season is officially over. Let's get into those highlights right away, Corey.
Let's do it. Tough pass for Hillsboro tonight on the road at Powerhouse John Burroughs. Bombers have another state title on their minds. Mariah Douglas, that's good from 3. Allie Turner, stop, pop, bucket. And then Morgan Gable, she's going to hit a 3 from the corner. This is the reality this time of year. Emotions on both sides as one season ends and another continues to state. Congrats to Hillsboro on a great season, and congrats to John Burroughs, who returns to the state Final Four looking for another title to go alongside 2022's championship. They win 67-28.
All the way over, Incarnate Word's head coach Rolfus looking for his 700th win tonight against Troy Buchanan. Yes, 700. Incarnate Word making triples look like a cakewalk. First is Peyton Olafson, but the sophomore's not done. She does it again. Then it's going to be Addie Owen, who barely touches the net with this triple right there. Ooh, it's a beauty. And then Troy is going to go inside the paint, get an incredible block right here, courtesy of Ava Myers and Lily Robinson. A huge half-court pass to Trojans' Autumn Trower underneath. That goes in, it's good, but Incarnate Word wins big, just too hard to beat. 73, Troy Buchanan comes out with 35. It's Incarnate's 129th win in a row, still chasing their 7th straight state championship.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Live for Life is so much fun to watch this year. They took on Moberly in the Class 4 quarterfinal. They can beat you from anywhere on the court. Diamond Polk, he gets that one in for 3 from the corner. And if they miss a shot, there's always another Hawk there to clean it up. Amaya Manuel is going to be cleaning this one up. That's pretty good. The crowd is hyped for this game. And guess what? She's going to clean it up again. She's all over the place. Live for Life is going to state. They beat Moberly 86-57. Congrats to the Hawks.
Probably one of the tightest games we had tonight. Not a seat in the house as Parkway West battled against Lutheran St. Charles at home. Allie Orringer is going to swing around wide, but it's going to be Ella McNeil who gets the huge block right there for Parkway. Then it's going to be McNeil again to Josie Gorzinger, and that connects from deep. Longhorns get within 3 points at 51-54. Only 48 seconds left at this point. Orringer again slowly extending the Lady Cougars' lead and their season at the free throw line. Her student section just absolutely loving it. On the last play of the game, McNeil again tries to make it from the top of the key, no good. And this is going to be Lutheran escaping with an incredible win, 58, Parkway West 51.
Ursuline coming off an amazing win to get their first ever Elite 8 appearance. They host the Central Park Hills tonight. Nice move inside, Alyssa O'Connor. That's 2 for Central. Ursuline on the other end, Ellie Taberzi. That's money from the corner 3 position. Central came to town with a Final Four on their minds, though. Kinley Norris gets them closer to that goal with a deep 3 to beat the first quarter buzzer. That's a great shot. Central wins 58-40 to advance.
Corey Azu on the road at Marquette for a trip to the Class 6 Final Four. Chargers start strong. Maggie Anstey, that's good for 3. Mustangs are going to respond, though. Sydney Bode with the nice move in the paint for 2. Look at this right here. That's going to go in. Now check out this fast break. Roz Doherty gets the catch coming up and goes up for it underneath. That goes in. Impressive finish on her own for the Chargers. Corey Azuzu wins a 48-41 to advance the Class 6 Final Four. Congrats to the Chargers.
Well, the girls won today and the boys go tomorrow. Look at these local boys quarterfinal high school games. We have some heavyweight matchups. Should be a great weekend of basketball in the area as we send teams to the state Final Four.
But it's not just high school basketball, though. From Division III to the A-10 tournament and, of course, Arch Madness. It was a busy day on the college hardwood as well. Let's start with the Wash U men. They played Trine University tonight in the D3 Sweet 16. Bears fighting from behind in this one. Kyle Beeden hits the triple to try and start a comeback. He hit another second half 3 from the corner, but it's too much for the Bears to overcome. Wash U falls 86-65 and end their impressive run in the D3 tournament.
SLU women in the A-10 quarterfinal against VCU. Can they pull off another miracle run to the big dance? These Bills certainly have some spunk. They had a fourth quarter comeback to win yesterday. They were clutching in today. Kyla McMakin, that's a 3 to take the lead late. And then Peyton Kennedy, that took the lead back with 45 seconds left. Bills win 65-60. They are into the semifinals.
Arch Madness check in. Lots of blue at Enterprise to support #1 seed Indiana State against Missouri State. Alton's Donovan Clay went out with a nice game for the Bears. 18 points with 7 rebounds, but the Sycamores could be a March darling for a reason. Ryan Conwell had 20. Budding star Robbie Avila had 14. Indiana State wins, though, with 75-59 to move on to tomorrow's semifinal.
Drake and Indiana State look to be on a collision course. Drake handled Evansville with no problem today. Look at this ball movement. That's pretty good. They know what they're doing there at Drake. Tucker DeVries had 19 points. Drake wins 79-58. Semifinal Saturday should be a fun one.
No kidding, Corey. Well, we have Cardinals highlights you have to see tonight, but perhaps not for the reason you think. We'll be right back.
Taking flight. Card Spring Training, sponsored by Wood Basement Systems.
Well, when the injury bug bites, it bites hard. The latest bad news for the Cardinals, well, Lars Nootbaar has 2 rib fractures and is all but shut down for 2 weeks. Not great. The healthy Cardinals took the field for a night game against the Nationals this evening in Florida, though. Good to see some more home runs from the Cards the past few days. Nolan Gorman gets in on the action with his first of the spring, a 2-run shot. Lance Lynn got his first start of spring and had a, let's call it, eventful outing. He walked 3, gave up 4 runs in 2 innings, but that was just the start of things. Umpire Angel Hernandez ejected both Lynn and Cards manager Oliver Marmol in the 3rd inning. Lynn then tried to get more work in down in the bullpen, but Hernandez ejected him from there too. It's spring training, for crying out loud. Angel Hernandez in midseason form. Cards win 7-6. With 2 of the Cardinals' projected outfielder starters now battling injury, could opportunity be knocking for prospect Victor Scott II? The speedster stole 94 bases in the minors last year and has wasted no time making an impression in camp this year. I got to know Scott a bit better down at spring training. It's been a pretty rapid rise for you so far since you were drafted. Just tell me what the last couple of years have been like for you, especially this past year, Arizona Fall League, starting to really put your name on the map.
I would just say it's all been about like learning and growth and being able to kind of move on from failures and learn from them. Because we all know baseball is a game of failure, but just kind of like growing up being like an athlete first other than a baseball player, now I'm starting to intertwine the two. And starting to put my athletic ability with the baseball IQ, which I feel like was huge. And it just came with maturity and being around other pro guys and seeing how they do it.
How much of an outlier is your game in today's kind of baseball? And is it important to you to try and bring that kind of style back?
Yeah, so I'm hearing the term whitey ball a lot. And with running, stealing bases and putting yourself in scoring position, hearing that term a lot. So my game just is really important because it stands out. You know, kind of the game that is played now in today's game is dealing with slugging percentage, OPS, which are definitely variables that need to be paid attention to. But I feel like with singles and stolen bases, it kind of adds a different element to the game. Other than just the long ball, now you have fans kind of scooting to the edge of their seats and waiting for a stolen base or waiting for a 1st or 3rd opportunity.
I saw you got the chance to meet Vince Coleman in Seattle, I believe. Obviously, Cardinal legend. What kind of tips maybe did he tell you about base stealing?
One of the biggest takeaways I had was get in the classroom and really understand what the pitchers are telling you. So a lot of the times, like pitchers often don't realize it, but they do certain things, certain habits, certain tendencies that leads them to picking up either their front foot or picking off. So if I know those things beforehand, then I can get a good jump and put myself in scoring position. Hopefully that guy behind me hits a double, and now we're up 1-0.
Man of many talents. I was reading some articles. Tell me about your love for music.
Yeah, so it started at like an early age. I was in chorus growing up at my elementary school. Couldn't really sing back then, but started to grow into a better voice. And I was like my sophomore year of college, and my friend was like, "Man, I think you should just try it out in the studio, just see how it goes." And then after that, somebody told me I was good, so I was like, "All right, I think I like this." It's kind of like therapy, meditation.
Final thought: have you let yourself think about what the moment might be like? You're walking to the plate at Busch Stadium. Your music's maybe blaring over the speakers for your first at bat. Have you let yourself go to that point yet?
Kind of, sort of. Every kid almost kind of fantasizes about it. But yeah, that moment I feel like I'm gonna have to try to control my breathing a little bit because it may get a little big for me. But I know like the work and preparation that I put in has led me to this point.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
Time for City SC to grab their cowboy hats and boots because they're playing in Texas tomorrow night against Austin FC. City SC and captain Roman Berkey got their first clean sheet of the season against New York last week. City is hoping to keep that momentum for their Texas trip and make it 2 in a row in the win column.
It's our second game. It's early in the season. You know, we've had a rough schedule. We've picked up a couple of injuries. So we're trying to manage all of that around the surface and still trying to be competitive. We're still trying to get games looking and feeling like the way we want them to look and feel like. And, you know, I thought that was a big turnaround and a really good positive moment for our group going forward.
Another busy sports day on deck tomorrow.
Always.
Looking forward to that game, I know.
Absolutely, Corey. Well, I mean, it's going to be a little bit warmer down in Texas, so I hope they packed accordingly.
It's coming here, though, soon. That warm weather's coming.
Absolutely.
That'll do it for 5 on Your Sideline tonight. For Andy Kroll, I'm Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.